Look, let's slow down for a moment. Not everything in life needs to be rushed. Not every decision needs to impress someone. Because the real shift in your life does not begin with money. It does not begin with status. It does not begin with followers. It begins with how you see yourself when nobody is watching. That is self-respect. Self-respect is quiet. It does not scream. It does not beg. It does not chase. It stands still, and it knows its worth. Most people think confidence is loud, but real confidence is calm. It's the ability to walk away without explaining yourself to people who are never trying to understand you. Let me tell you something powerful. The way you allow people to treat you is the way they will continue to treat you. If you laugh when someone disrespects you, you teach them it's acceptable. If you stay silent when your boundaries are crossed, you train them to cross it again. Self-respect is not about being rude. It is about being clear. Clear about your time, clear about your energy, clear about your standards. Your time is your life in pieces. Every hour you give to something that drains you is an hour you will never get back. And here is the hard truth. Sometimes the biggest act of self-respect is disappointing someone else. Because every time you betray yourself to keep someone happy, you slowly lose your identity. You start shrinking. You start doubting. You start adjusting who you are just to fit in rooms that were never built for you. But you were not designed to shrink. You were designed to expand. Self-respect means keeping promises to yourself. When you say you'll wake up early, wake up. When you say you'll train, train. When you say you'll stop tolerating disrespect, stop. Because every promise you break to yourself chips away at your own trust. And if you cannot trust yourself, confidence becomes impossible. Self-respect is built in private, in small moments, in boring discipline. In quiet decisions nobody applauds. It is choosing long-term peace over short-term validation. It is understanding that being alone is not the same as being empty. Sometimes solitude is where your strength rebuilds. Do not lower your standards just because you feel lonely. Loneliness passes. Regret lasts. Another truth. Forgiveness is part of self-respect. Not forgiving others for their comfort, but forgiving yourself for your past. You made mistakes. You stayed too long. You trusted the wrong people. But that version of you was doing the best it could with what it knew. You cannot build a stronger future while constantly attacking your past self. Learn the lesson. Keep the wisdom. Drop the shame. Self-respect also means accepting growth. Some people will be uncomfortable when you stop accepting less. They liked the version of you that tolerated everything. But growth changes dynamics, and not everyone is meant to grow with you. Here is something important. You do not need to win every argument. You do not need to correct every opinion. You do not need to prove your value to people committed to misunderstanding you. Sometimes the strongest move is silence. Not weak silence, controlled silence. Self-respect is knowing you are responsible for your effort, not for other people's approval. Walk into rooms knowing you belong there, not because you are better, but because you are enough. Enough without over-explaining. Enough without over-pleasing. Enough without pretending. At the end of the day, you are the only person you are guaranteed to live with forever. Make sure you respect that person. Protect your peace. Protect your standards. Protect your growth. Because peace is not weakness. Peace is power under control. And once you truly respect yourself,
You stop chasing. You stop begging. You stop shrinking. You become steady. You become grounded. You become unshakable. Stay disciplined. Stay honest with yourself. Stay strong. And above everything else, stay true to who you are becoming.